Hey everyone, in this video, I want to give a tell all on running a coaching company. Really not easy. I tell you, I've been doing this since 2013. I originally had this dream, this vision to help others to grow in their careers and to make progress in 2013. That's when I wrote this original book here, Vision in Action. And this I had a self-published. I had an editor. I had a person that did the images. I had a lot of hard work went into this book. I still worked on the book. I worked on the book for a long time. This is the second edition of the book, and I worked on the book for a really long time. And the book, what I found is that the book is really like the philosophical vision I have for people in terms of helping them understand the hero's journey and the theoretical principles behind it, like in terms of empowerment and in terms of just coaching ideas that were, I think, really relevant and really helpful for people to know. But the book was not a action plan. I'll tell you that. The book is not an action plan. The book is really a theoretical framework for personalities, for understanding yourself, for self-discovery. And I think that there's a lot of people that want to be a coach. There's a tremendous amount of people that go into coaching, and you would think that coaching is getting bigger and bigger. But I do feel like the reality is many people struggle to make any money coaching. And for me, my big break was 2019. I decided to, really put additional investment in beyond the book, because I've had several different revisions on the book, and put money into digital marketing strategist. And did that. I got my website done, my first version of the website, and we did a lot of outreach, did a lot of personal branding, and in the beginning of COVID, the 2020, I got into the field of resume writing as really a big piece of getting involved in career coaching through resume writing, and worked with a lot of people, got a lot of people jobs with the resume writing. Was great, but I just didn't feel like what I'm called to do on this earth is to just do resume writing. I wanted to do coaching. That's what I wrote a book on. I did that for a while, and things went well with resume writing, but I wanted something more. And so I took a strategic retreat and started working at Moody's Analytics, which is fantastic because it's a great company to work for. And also, it's a corporate environment. And I was previously only knew the agency environment. So I was able to learn more about like the internal ATS systems, and able to speak with more hiring managers one-on-one, instead of it just being, working with hiring managers on quick phone calls, as it typically is with staffing agencies. When you're a outside agency working with the company, you don't have as much time. When you're an inside employee of the company, you're an internal resource. You spend a lot more time with hiring managers, and that was really great. And so, fast forward, I got laid off from Moody's, the career coaching, and this time, wanted to go a little deeper. I hired another business coach, another person to help me with the product side, because I wanted to expand my product offering to not just doing resume writing, but doing everything that I actually wanted to do. And that was a big investment in myself. And with coaching, you have to it really doesn't work unless you're committed, and you have to have faith. You got to keep fighting forward. And my dad really was a big part of my success. My parents are a big part of my success. My mom, my dad, and just the encouragement. My dad's also a business owner, so I felt the encouragement of that as well. And sometimes it just feels like you're meant to do something in this world, and this is something that I've been called to do for a long time. So I pushed forward on that again, trying to get another angle on it, trying to take the career coaching to another level. I want to do more than resume writing. I feel like resume writing is, just kind of the tip of the iceberg when it really comes to finding people their next position. So after that, I worked with another business coach, Donnie Gupton, and Donnie actually helped staffing agencies grow. And I was working to run my own staffing agency at one point, and it was really great. I worked with video game studios and property management companies. Turned out that property management companies were the better way to go. And with business, I think that's a lot of times based off of timing. Timing was right for the property management companies. And that was because in COVID, there was 3% interest rates with 3%, 4%, really low interest rates for real estate. And commercial property management companies and residential property management companies were buying up a lot of properties, and then they needed property managers to run these properties, to manage the properties. So that was really great. If you're a staffing agency provider, or you are a career coach looking to help job seekers make a transition to their next big job, it's actually the same method. So why is it the same? Well, if you're in a staffing agency, you want to find out who is hiring. And the best situation is to find out who's hiring before anybody else does. The hidden job market. The hidden job market isn't just some thing people are talking about now. No one's really telling you the full kind of all out behind the scenes what really they're talking about. And what they're really talking about when it comes to the hidden job market and making career transition is finding the positions that are not posted. So researching companies for outreach is using data intelligence, it's using advanced filters, it's using company news, it's doing research. And this is what nobody's telling you. Again, this is the same thing you use if you're looking to do business development for a staffing agency. This is the same thing you do if you're looking to help people in career transition to make their next position move. It's right here. It's talking about looking at research and earnings calls, looking at reports of public companies, expanding to new locations or cost cutting. Look for companies that are expanding to new locations. People that are retiring from the company or people that are getting promoted, thus leaving an opening. New mergers and acquisitions. New positions open because of the merging and acquisition. Startup companies, small companies, medium-sized companies, companies that received funding, a new investment for their growth. Companies that received headcount, looking at data that talks about headcount growth by percentage. All very important pieces for both business development as a staffing agency and career transition if you're looking to make a move to a new company. So why is it so important? So there's some positions that are open now that have 2,000 candidates. Some positions open that have 2,000 candidates. Can you believe this? And it's because a lot of companies are auto-applying. They're auto-applying to positions. And, it's not targeted. It's spray and pray. A lot of desperation out there. I mean, how many times do you see on LinkedIn, desperate? I'm desperate for work. I mean, there's even a new logo now called Desperate for Work. And all this desperation is creating a lot of applicants to a position. Some positions have 1,000. Some people have 500 positions open before a week is even done, right? All these applicants, all these people, and recruiters are I think being understaffed. There's a lot of recruiters being laid off, and so the recruiting function in companies is being very much low down, right? And it's understaffed, and so some people, but I say by recruiters, some recruiters, some TA professionals have 30, 40, 50 recs open at one time, and it's a lot of open recs, and each one of those open recs, you got about 500 people coming in a week. So look, this is a very difficult job market. So if that is the case, then what I'm trying to explain here, which is the hidden job market, and it's really the most important piece, because you're trying to get your application in before the flood. Your application in before the flood, then flood of resumes, that is, then you're gonna have a very, very high chance of your resume being seen, and don't have as much competition.